instructional video on how to answer what did the original writer want his original readers to understand about themselves or other people. So if you're not looking for this answer, then you just turn this video off. But if you are, let me explain this, okay? So this is kind of confusing, all right? So let me show you how this works. I'm going to use Hosea chapter 6, verses 1 through 6 as my example. So I'm just going to pick that up right here. I'm going to go to Hosea 6, 1 through 6. And that brings me here. Now, let me look at the question again. What did the original writer, well in this case, the original writer is Hosea. One is original readers. Original readers are the Jews who were living during the time of Hosea, to understand about themselves and or other people. All right? So this is not about God is the God. This is about people, the original readers or other people. So look what it says. Come, let us return to the Lord. So first thing I'm going to write is we are, oh no, not we. They were supposed to return to the Lord. He has torn us, but he will heal us. God had given them punishment that was painful, but he would heal them. And you can do both of these. You can say that torn us, but he will heal us. He has wounded us, but he will bandage us. I think that's good enough just to say what I wrote. God had given them punishment that was painful, but he would heal them. Then I write, they will be revived after a short time. 2 days, 3 days, that sounds like a short time. Hosea was calling the people to press on to know the Lord. See, that's what it says. Let us press on to know the Lord. Now, I want you to know something. I do not want you simply to copy and paste, because if you do, you just get a 0, okay? I can do that. I want you to actually look at it and think about it, okay? So here, I did the first line of verse 3. Now, his going forth is as certain as the dawn. God is totally reliable. And then it says, he will come to us like rain. God will come to us reliably. Okay, that's saying the same thing twice. So, Ephraim's and Judah's loyalty is unreliable, right? Because it says your loyalty is like a morning cloud and like the dew which goes away early. So their loyalty is unreliable. God sent his, or I'll say it this way, the prophets attacked them harshly. See, it says, I have hewn them in pieces by the prophets. I have slain them by the words of my mouth. God's words have killed, and that's what the word slain means. God, they will be judged. Because it says, judgments on you are like light that goes forth. They will be judged. And then the final thing is, loyalty is better than sacrifice. He says, I delight in loyalty rather than sacrifice. Knowing God is better than burnt offerings. The knowledge of God rather than burnt offerings. Okay, we're only doing verses 1 through 6. So that's it. That's what I'm looking for when I say, what did the original writers want as original readers to understand about themselves? I've got both sides in here. See, one side I have in here is to talk about what God is. Well, God is the goddess. That's a different video. But here, all I'm doing is showing you what does this say about people. And so this is what it says about people. Okay? So sometimes it says very little about people. Sometimes it says a lot about people. But don't be talking about God. I gave this one where God had given them punishment. But don't be talking about God. In fact, God is totally reliable shouldn't be there. Oh my gosh. God will come to us reliably. That shouldn't be there. That's a mistake. But God's words would have killed them. That's about God's words, but it's also about them. So you see, the God had given them punishment. Yeah, that's about them too, because they received this punishment from God. And so I'm going to change this. They were killed by God's words. And then I'm going to delete this because really I want the subject to be the people. And I'm going to do the same thing here. They had received punishment that was painful, but they would be healed by God. The only reason I'm doing this is because I don't want to fall into this habit of just putting everything that's there. And you notice I deleted 2 lines. But I also don't want to fall into the habit of talking about God, because now we're talking about the people. So that's what the emphasis needs to be, is the people, okay? So this is what I'm looking for. And since you have a video on it, you have no excuse for not getting it right. So do a good job.